All right, Coach, from the home of the Bills since 1973, there's a look at New Era Field just outside of Buffalo, New York. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Buffalo Bills. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
Well, that return gives him a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check back.
Hey, Echo.
Locke taking the snap at 1. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Well, that's tough. You come in here, you dial up that pass play on the first play from scrimmage and get it picked.
And you know, coaches always talk about we prepare for every eventuality. You don't even mention this as a possibility when you dial up that play, right? Instead, they throw a pick, and now they're behind the 8 ball on the road to get things going.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 20.
Middle. Hey, tight.
53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike.
Hey, seam 6.
53's the Mike. 53's the Mike. I got you, son. I got you.
So after the INT, it's Allen. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. Powering his way forward. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a 1st down. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Watch the curl. Check 99.
Alert!
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
Check. Motion to backfield. Motion to the backfield. Motion.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Throwing left side, it's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 26. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Watch the screen. Left right.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for. Yeah. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 26. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 53 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, Delta.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, huh?
Mike.
Yes.
49. Here it comes.
Hit it.
Now a play fake, and here's Locke. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Who draw Porker? Smith. Hey.
Be ready. Check 26. Kill.
Hey, turn it up. Gone. Steve Griffin.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Watch his slant. 36.
61, matchbox lights.
Check safety.
And that'll set him back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Go.
You got to get that.
Block off of play action. He wants it all for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either one.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Let's go.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are.
They'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Shoot. Watch the shoot. Gillette. Jim.
Go. On the ball. Go.
Allen now looks to throw. Allen hit. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Check. Check hot route. Hot. 49. Check 49. Check 49.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Allen hit. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they've got it just 2 yards away from the end zone. They'll have it 1st and goal here from the 2-yard line. The defense gets in the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
They come up in an offset eye. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Check. Wall, get wide. Slam. Rock it.
Safety's creeping. Check.
Ready.
They'll try and run. This is Robinson. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal. Now a give right side. It's Robinson, and he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season, and the Broncos have taken the lead. The extra point up and good, and the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over. The other team takes it down and scores. That could be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Allen. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, this is Harris. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 1st downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go, here we go.
This is Harris. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
It's easy work.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Round 80!
Check 53. Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together. Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. Watch QB drop.
5 wide, 5 wide, 5 wide.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
They'll give to Harris, and he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now, we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Watch the run. Go.
On 2nd and 7, Allen. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
25.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. Seibert able to knock this one through. And that will knot us up at 10. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Block now to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Corey Littleton. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Here's Locke. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the...
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Well, hello. I mean, it took him a while to get him a rep, but that's quite an introduction to this game.
And not just hello. How about goodbye to the defense as he went past him? Big-time run on his first carry of the game.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
I got you, boy.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when he clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Noah Fant, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Now for the point after. And he gets it to go, and we're all even, 17 apiece.
That ties the game at 17.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, boy. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. 1st down, and they go back to Harris.
We ain't giving them nothing.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. No room to be had there on the 1st down run, as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he's got this down to the 35. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo 1st down. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the 1st half. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the 2nd quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Come on,
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this 1st half of play. So nothing separating these two teams as we head to the break all square. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
First and 10 at the 48.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
They'll run. Here's Harris. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll run again with Harris. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On third down, it's Harris. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Allen will look to throw for it on fourth. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Throwing now is Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
X3, 218, chop it. Hey, it's coming up. Let's go.
They start on the ground with Robinson here. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Recon, 132 fighter.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Shaq Lawson's one of those guys that after a while you quit just trying to define him by a position. Defensive end, outside linebacker, doesn't matter. He knows how to get upfield and spill some plays.
So disruptive. What makes him so disruptive?
I think it's strength. If you see his upper body, I mean, he's got some strength up there and some really good hands, but he's got some surprising quickness as well to get him upfield.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on third down.
Topper! Shoot!
On the run, it's Robinson. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys have now moved out in front. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
Let's go.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
You can't block me.
Stop.
Check. Crunch. Check 37.
Hey, hold.
Check.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He finds Taylor. Complete.
Let's get this.
We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. This is Harris. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
No gain on the play. Makes it 3rd and 2.
The Bills on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
319.
53, Mike.
56.
I got you. 53's the Mike. 53. Check 53. Go.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
At the 41-yard line.
Hey, exit. Look at me. Zipper. Big grip.
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. Over the middle, complete. It's Cannon. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Strong left, strong left, strong left. Hey, you got three, Yeah.
On third down, Robinson, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. Past the 20, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
A very important extra point there, up and good, and we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Out. Kill.
Throw left side complete. That's Cannon. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, it's Harris. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there. 36 yards. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Starlatulele. The defensive tackle getting in there for a loss of 5. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Hey, shoot.
To try again after the sack. Lock. And his throw here's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. On third and long, it's Locke. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And some room to work. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They come out here in the eye.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. On 52.
They run again with Harris. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one going the wrong direction. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
Fielded about a yard deep. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 12. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 40.